American Horror Story. We're back, episode 8, and this is going to be a spoiler review. So you guys have been warned. I'm assuming you saw the episode. I'm just going to touch on some of the stuff I thought was great, and I thought were not too great. But overall, it was a great episode. There was a lot of people are dying in this season, and they're just really, really just being picked off. I mean, we had Ma Petite last episode, and we have basically them tracking her down and finding somewhat of her body, but the dress she was in. And Elsa is just devastated. We knew that she was going to be devastated because I think she loved Ma Petite the most. And, in this episode, Kathy Bates is questioning that. Kathy Bates is basically saying, you're a good actress, and I should take you out. And we see Kathy Bates basically pull a gun on her, shoot her leg, and finding out that, hey, those are prosthetic legs. Now, I just want to touch upon, before I get on into this, I really think the discussion is here. Do you think Elsa really cared for Ma Petite? Because we saw a flashback of basically Elsa performing, Ma Petite coming out, giving her a flower. Ma Petite was like in a little carriage, and she'd get out, and a crowd will applaud Ma Petite. Elsa would walk off the stage, drop the flowers, hinting that she's pissed. Kathy Bates saw that and really thought that she doesn't care about Ma Petite. But honestly, I don't see it that way. I thought she really, really genuinely loved Ma Petite. She would always have her in her arms, even though she's not a baby. And she basically had... Ma Petite was in her tent. She would sleep in her tent with Elsa. So it's basically... I really genuinely think that Elsa really loved Ma Petite, but I don't think she really cares for what happens to all the rest. And we saw Kathy Bates saying, listen, I really stood up to you, I defended you, this and that, and you basically turned your back on me, you lied to me, and really, Kathy Bates' world just crashed. She really loved Elsa, and Elsa hurt her so much that it was time to basically kill her and herself. So Kathy Bates had a plan to kill her and herself. And we all know that she didn't have that much time to live anyway. Well, of course, I thought it was a little bit... I was like, why would you let her go get a drink before they go? Just do the deed. Even though Kathy Bates was just going to shoot her anyway, enough of the last drink before we die. But she should have done it right there when Elsa was sitting right next to her. So that was a little me thinking a little bit like, But of course, Elsa, good at throwing knives, gets one of those, like, I think a little pick or whatever. It's not. I don't think it was a scissors. I think it was scissors. Throws it right at Kathy Bates and hits her right in the eye and kills her instantly. So, and of course, Elsa didn't really have too much remorse when she was trying to fake the death scene, the death of Kathy Bates, like a suicide, when they hit her and the con man basically put Kathy Bates in the car, and they tie this like chain on her neck and really have the car just go forward and just rip the whole neck clean off, because they needed to get rid of they needed something to not make it look like that there's a freaking scissor in her freaking eye, somewhat like that. But overall, I thought that was pretty good. Jimmy's downfall, Jimmy losing his mother, was great. It was a great scene where he really is devastated. He's really now becoming a drunk like his mother. So there's a lot of conflict and a lot of things going on there. It's going to be interesting what the strongman's going to do and help him out. As well as, I think I really didn't really like Emma Roberts this episode because her acting wasn't that spot on, honestly. I thought, especially when she found Kathy Bates' character dead and her grieving, it was I wasn't a big fan of Emma Roberts last night. Her acting wasn't too great. And we also, I think the most interesting part of this episode, in my eyes, was basically Dandy and his mom and the doctor and Precious. I'm gonna call her Precious because that's Precious. Now, Dandy is psychotic. He's crazy. He's definitely loves to kill. He's definitely a interesting character. I hate him, but it's a good hate. It's like he's a great villain. That's all I can say. He's really that American Psycho type villain that I kind of enjoy watching because I want to see this guy get his pretty soon, and he's going to get his in the worst way ever. But man, I don't think anybody expected him to shoot his own mother. I think in the beginning I said I could see it happening, and then in this episode I kind of changed my mind. Like, well, you know what if she shoots Dandy? So, but that wasn't the case. Dandy shoots his mom, kills his mother because basically he finds out that she just is like trying to take him to a psychiatrist and this and that she views him as defective because of the incest and who she slept with, the cousin who's basically a molester, and he's the product of pure evil, pure just screwed upness in the head. So him killing his mother was definitely a big moment, big shock. It's like, damn. So what does he do after this, though? We saw the next week's episode. It's going to be interesting with him by himself and not having his mommy to take care of him. And then we also have the situation with the maid's daughter, Precious, coming in and basically wants to know. She knows something's up. She knows that she hasn't seen her mother for in the house for a while. So what's going on? So she's basically either going to call the cops or her mom is going to be there at a certain point. But it's going to be interesting how Dandy handles that situation. He's going to kill her no matter what. But yeah. And then we had a new member of the freak show, and that's the fat woman. But not too much. I don't have too much comments on the fat woman. I mean, it's a fat woman. That's about it. Overall, though, the episode was it was good. It was good. It wasn't amazing, but there was definitely some big shocking moments. Like I said, the one thing I was really disappointed was Emma Roberts' acting. What was going on there? It was not very believable. I don't know. At first, I thought it was like comical. I was like, what? But overall, the episode was great. It was a good episode. It was, like I said, a lot of deaths are happening. I mean, after Ma Petite, now we have 2 deaths. This episode alone with the mother and then, of course, Kathy Bates' character. It was great, though, to see Angela Bassett and her having all these women standing up, and basically Angela Bassett was not going to have it anymore. She basically lost her chance to become a real woman. We also had the lizard girl, basically, who gets revenge on her father they tar him. But Emma Roberts is able to convince all the rest of the girls not to kill him. So that was a great scene. Man, I feel so bad for her, though. Her face is so just all tattooed up and everything. But that was a great scene. When I think back of it, it was a great episode. It's just like, it wasn't all too amazing, but I'm definitely looking forward. I'm still looking forward to each episode every week. I think this story is going on very nicely. It's going to be interesting what happens to Jimmy. I mean, he's a drunk. He's self-destructing. He pretty much pushed Emma Roberts away. No twins in this episode, so I want to see what happens to the twins. And if they really do bite the dust at the end of the season, because we do see them in that jar. And then also Elsa, she's going to get hers. This episode really made me hate her. Even I didn't really hate her, but I really hate her after this episode. She's really manipulated, she wants to be the star of anything, but just her not really caring about Kathy Bates' characters as much as I wanted her to. And not even showing up at the funeral, and really the whole circus is self-destructing. So it's gonna be it's crazy. It's a whirlwind basically, and I can't wait for the final episodes. And I can't wait till they bring the sister from Asylum in there. I want to see what her character is all about. So that's it for it, guys. That's all I have to say about American Horror Story. I thought it was a great episode. Not the best, but one of the great episodes. A lot of shocking moments, a lot of things to discuss. So please comment below, and please like the video if you like this video, and subscribe for more.